Hello and welcome to episode 20 of FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode, and I finally found a Silverwood tree. This being, around about an hour after I actually cheated one into my base because I was just fed up with everything. So I just kept on exploring and I found a Silverwood tree, or two in fact. So I'll be able to grab those and I'll throw away the resources I got at my base, and I'll show you that shortly. But yay, magic. Only problem though is that I'm missing Ordo. And Ordo, generally, primary source is from, I think, the pure nodes that spawn in these trees. Unfortunately, no node here for these yet. I've got various bits and pieces from other trees, but this isn't the magical forest, I don't think. Forest Hills. So it just happened to be lucky that I actually got these particular spawns. I've been out looking for nodes to recharge my ones with, and also bees. For those of you who are screaming no / Vader, yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to be too I'm not going to do too much bees on camera, but yeah, I figured I'd get it going, and we'll see where we get to it with it as well. If I can automate things, it's not so bad. The other thing I want to get and throw other stuff away while I'm here is some of these shimmer leaves. You will need, however, pair of shears, and otherwise if you break them without the shears you end up with quicksilver, if I remember right. Let's throw the string away. And are there any more? No, they are used in higher end Thorncraft stuff, so yeah, just keep an eye out for those. And no, okay, I'll see you back at base when I press the right button. So we're back at base, and I put all the resources I got from out there in here, just over 2 stacks of Silverwood logs, and some of these were from a node I broke that I didn't particularly like. In the system, if I just look up Silverwood, I shouldn't have any. Nope. So yeah, I've got rid of all the resources there. I did get 1 sapling out of those 2 trees. You're not guaranteed to get a sapling out of a tree, and I planted it over here. When you plant them, do make sure you give them plenty of room out. I've given them 5 in each direction, because then they don't just grow up like this, they also have roots coming out like you saw in the previous clip. So just bear that in mind, and yeah, hopefully you'll get saplings as well. Let's just eat the drink for a second. So what else did I do? I did mention bees, and let's just briefly cover that because it should be a short part of the episode. And don't worry, I'm not going to go into it too much. This is an apiarist chest, so you make it quite simply, and I'm just using that to contain the bees. All I'm doing at the moment is just collecting them. So briefly I'll cover the collection of them, which is just the scoop, which is like 6 sticks and a piece of wool like this, and make a few of them. Go out there and just go after the hives, which you'll see they're just all over the place in every biome. They just look like a striped box. With those as well, we can also make the apiarist chests that I just mentioned. Yeah, here we go. Apiarist chest with 5 combs, and you'll get combs out of the hives when you break them with a scoop occasionally. It doesn't matter what type really. So let's just order up a chest, because I'm going to go a bit further. I'm going to order some string as well, because I'm going to need some of that. I'm going to need the combs, so let's just use 5 of the mundane kind. And let's get rid of this recipe. Something like this. I'm going to want 1 glass. I requested 5, never mind. There's my chest, and where's the glass? There we go. So an apiarist chest. Now I've already got one, so you may wonder why I'm making another one. Well, that's for the other item, which is very much like the backpacks from forestry. You'll probably have seen those before in my previous episodes. 2 pieces of wool, 2 sticks, and 4 string. So I'm going to need a couple more. Well, 1 more wool. I'm going to need a couple of sticks. So let's order a couple of those. Clear this for a second. Put this in the middle. 4 string around the outside, a couple of pieces of wool, sticks, and I'll just wait for the other stick to come in. And then we should get an apiarist's backpack. Yeah, my system needs to be sped up just for sticks. Okay, apiarist's backpack. What does this do? Well, it does exactly the same thing as the chest, except it's portable. And as you're actually collecting the stuff, you're going to get, what is that, 125 slots. So, yeah, plenty of time. And just like the other forestry backpacks, if you've seen them before, let me just go to the backpacks. You can use these for mining as well. So you got the miner's backpack, which is quite a useful one, which contains slots, just like any other backpack, like my golden bag of holding, but stuff that is mined, like ores, automatically goes into it. So you can use that to extend the amount of space if you're manually mining. In this case, I can shift right click through the different modes, so lock it so nothing goes in it. Only stuff goes out, only stuff goes in, and then regular mode. So just leave it in regular mode. I'm not sure if it works actually if I take it off my hotbar. I think it does. So yeah, we'll leave that there. And that's all I'm going to cover on the bees in this episode, because I'm not going to do anything else until, you know, everyone's had a chance to collect some if you're playing along. If you're not playing along, then, well, I'm sorry. You'll probably be able to skip forward if you really want to see the bees. So the main ones you want are the meadows and the forest. There are others like Valiant, that's a rare one you'll get. And then many others like Modest from the desert, Mystical, extra bees, water bees, bah. The only ones I really want at the beginning are meadows, forest, rocky, and there's another one, tropical, but I haven't seen any tropical yet. It's in a dungeon. Jungle. Yeah, I don't know why that word came out. While we're actually on the episode anyway, though, and looking into Silverwood, we may as well upgrade this wand because it's terrible. You'll see it's full right now, and I found one Odo node finally. I found all the others, but it seems like I get Ordo when I kill things as well at night. I'm not sure which creatures it happens to or something along those lines. I was out exploring anyway. I came back and it was full, so I was quite happy about that. But we need a better wand, so this is what we're going to do here. Gold cap and a great wood rod that we've already made. Gold caps are just 5 nuggets in this hat pattern. Great wood rod is just 2 logs like the shears pattern and nothing else. And that's pretty straightforward. With that, it's always easiest to shift click the wand in. We're going to get the next one. And the next one has a capacity of 50 now. So now I just have to go around and collect all the stuff again. But the advantage of this one is that was my Thumb. It isn't susceptible, if you look over here at the advanced node tapping. I don't think I have master node tapping. No, preserver. I think it's in preserver. Basically, once you've got preserver, it you can't deplete the nodes completely. It always leaves one in there. But the iron wand is exempt from that. That can still destroy nodes, so just bear that one in mind. So just head over here. A lot of the actual node stuff that I want is around there. There it is. That may be difficult for you to see if you're on YouTube. Sorry. There it is. See? So I can draw some of this. I just have to be a little bit careful until I get that node preserver, because I need to put the Thorncraft on easy mode because I'm doing a YouTube series and I hear everything coming after me. What's this on, by the way? 0 auto. I wonder if I get... It is by killing, if it's just something else random. It's probably something random. I will have a look into it after the episode anyway, and if you know the indirect source of auto, how it actually piles up while I'm exploring, yeah, feel free to let me know, because I didn't know either. And is everything... Yeah, there you go. See, I'm up to 3. So maybe I just get it as a matter of experience? Don't know anyway. I haven't seen it. 3, 4... Yeah, so killing stuff if you can't find an auto node. Yeah, but in my case, yeah, I'll just keep going a little bit. You just don't want it there. Yeah, stop there, because then you don't want to damage things. So yeah, I'm gonna go and recharge that between camera takes, and then of course we'll jump into infusion, which is the next bit of that. I did, however, mention the tree farm. So let's go and look at the tree farm and what we can do to try and automate that a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to craft an upgrade to the item duct, I think. And I haven't actually tried this because thermal expansion keeps getting rewritten with all of its duct systems. So this time I'm going to... where was my redstone? I thought I grabbed it. Grab some redstone. There we go. And I'm going to put some of that in Magma Crucible, and then I'm going to put item ducts in the other one. And this should make fluctuating item duct. Now this should transfer power as well as items, which is what I want. I think this came in response, so it's 4 redstone per 2 of those, so I'm going to need a lot of redstone. Should I just do all of them? So we get an even number. Anyway, so I think this came in response to Ender.io's way of doing things, which is to have power and conduits all in the same block. Not quite as compact as Ender.io, but at least it gets us somewhere without going into Ender.io. So there we go. And let's wait for this to come along. And you can do what I'm about to do without this. You could just run, one leadstone energy conduit and another item duct. But yeah, I just feel like doing it this way. And I like compact things and hiding things away. This is what happened. Yeah, let me just go and get. Where's my power cell? Is it down here? Yeah, it is. Let's grab that. There we go. So this is what happens if you leave a tree farm and it runs out of power. All the trees grow and you end up with this solid wood. Now, I would, if I wanted to dare, I could hit it with a lumber axe. I'd probably crash my client from all of these actual things falling. And I can't even get to the actual harvester that way. So, yeah, let's rework this, shall we? I may need another chest, actually, for this. So temporarily I'm just going to take away all of this. Let's just get the... I just want the normal shovel, actually. We don't want a narrow passage here. There we go. And give me you back. What I really want to happen here is a few things. Let's just get rid of that. So I want the output of this farm, which is currently going into this system, which I don't really need like that anymore. Let me just break this. Well, let's look at the thermometer out. Yeah. Let's break that for a second. And further back. So I've got some room to work. Shovel. Yeah, so what I want to actually happen is the output of this tree farm, that should be enough, I think. The output of this tree farm is going to be saplings, it's going to be wood, and it may be apples. Not sure if you need a specific sapling for that. I assume not, but we'll see. And it's going to go into this chest, and then we have to decide what we're going to do with it. So from here, what I think I want to ensure is that we send some of the wood into a redstone furnace, which is fine. Like that. Let me just clear a bit more. And then from the redstone furnace, let me just set up these sockets. I want output to the left and input from the right. And I want to output that into, I'm going to choose a furnace generator. I've not used one of these before, so let's see if this actually works. And this just burns things. Now I could just output wood straight into this, but charcoal would actually be make a bit more sense. It'd be a bit more efficient. And then that presumably was just going to output fine. So if it outputs to the bottom, what I could do, yeah, that's ingest of power, so that's fine. Where's my stuff? Is output this, and then that will keep this charged. Also, then I will have, and I could just use leadstone for this, I suppose. Maybe not, because I maybe want the system hooked up. Yeah, let's do it this way. Oh crap! Oh my! Please, where's my harvester? Please. No, no harvester. Oh great, I got a chest. Oh wow. Yeah. So I'm going to make another tree farm. As I was saying. Yeah, so we're going to route things out of the harvester into the redstone furnace. And you'll see this is the filter. It's the opposite of a servo almost. If I right click, I can set wood only, and that's a whitelist. So you should only allow wood into there. All these are connected with the item stuff. It doesn't really matter because neither of these are going to take items. This one doesn't have an input from the bottom. So we're going to just have this piece here. And we are going to join this up, so don't worry about that. In fact, let's do that in a second. With this. So I'm going to head out this way. And we're going to... This is an input. So we want to filter on this as well. And the only thing that can go in here is the oak saplings, which should work something like this. And then if we just, whoops, we just back outwards. Don't do that. And then I think we should be able to just lay earth back in. We should be able to hook everything up. This doesn't have to be anything special. Probably there. Wow, this wiring job is going to be awful. Yeah, and that should do, I think, as long as that's going to transmit power. Obviously, that's input at the moment, so I'll need to change that over. And then I can just put the chest back in. And then here, I wonder if this allows round robin mode. I certainly don't want to put it redstone on. No, I think round robin mode is not a feature of this, so that's okay for now. I'll come back to that if I need to. And let's see how this works. So let's put this back in the system. There we go. And then, oh, where's my crescent hammer? And the extractor. And it's a Mark III extractor. I did upgrade it. I'm not sure if I showed that on camera. So this will extract whole stacks at once. So anything that goes in this chest will disappear near immediately. So all that remains is, hopefully, if I got this set right, is to configure the right to be output. There the energy is building, and we should have energy building in the planter. The planter as well. And if that works, it should start harvesting. And if I put it one too low. Oh. Yeah, let's just change that for a second. It broke, didn't it? So yeah, I kind of have to reset this. Come back. It needs to be underneath that void pipe, so let's just put it there. And of course it's, yeah. Until it's out of power, it's just going to start ejecting everything. Like that. And then put the range on, because that's needed. And that should be everything. It just needs power now, which we should be able to supply like this. So, are you going to eject? Or do I have to put a chest behind you? No, that's fine. So, will it path those towards planter? No, it's selecting the other direction. So I'm probably going to need round robin, and yeah, it definitely does apples. Is it, however, sending wood? Or has it got to wood yet? It's probably still on the upper layers. Let's see if that goes into the system or if it goes into the redstone furnace, because this is depleting quite rapidly. There it goes. Come on. really should be doing wood by now. You would have thought. I'm not even going to go into puns here. Maybe it's just got a backlog. And this is going to run out of power. Oh no, there goes the wood. And it's going into the redstone furnace. Good. Hopefully it will path there first. And you could force it by putting a filter on this chest to make sure it didn't accept wood, but that's not too much of an issue. And that's filled up with a full stack of wood, which you then should get output into here, which it is. And then that is going to generate RF. The key question here is it going to generate enough RF? Because this whole system is going to leach it straight back out again. So I'm going to leave that alone for a while. We'll come back next episode and see if this thing has failed or whether it actually will continually produce wood. It looks like it's going to be good, but I don't know the exact RF values for these. So we can always upgrade them, I think, with that slot later, but I don't need to worry about it for now. I think as long as it's producing something, that's the main thing. All right, so I think that's pretty much been the episode. It's a fairly short episode today. I don't want to get into anything new because I'm going to have to go and get some Thorncraft stuff, and there it is, planting. Even though it doesn't have enough saplings left, I'm going to have to fix that with looking at round robin. Yeah, I'll figure that one out. It's probably an upgraded servo. In fact, let's have a look what the servo options are. Servo. Well, look at that, could only blacklist metadata. That's just the filter options. I wonder. Let me just try crafting one just before I close off the episode, just to see if there's any issue with it. I've got a couple of Minvar, so that should let me craft the hardened kind. It's just a couple of iron nuggets. A couple of Invar. And what was the centerpiece? Oh, redstone. Okay. That's relatively straightforward. I'll just request the iron nuggets for that, and then we should get 2 hardened servos. Let's just see if this gets me round robin. If it doesn't, I'll figure it out and update you next episode. Excuse me, update you next episode on that. Okay, and no, this doesn't have round robin yet. Nope. So we'll sort it out anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'll just correct that at the next episode to make sure everything's working. And we'll probably have to craft some upgrades for the barrel, the oak drawers, which I'll probably go and look into the upgrade system for that. That's down here. You can expand these to be, my horse is looking at it. You can expand these to a much greater degree. If you've seen my mechanism tutorial, you'll probably see me do that already. And how much wood is it already generated? Oh, that's about 400 already. So it's pretty good. Certainly should be enough for any needs I have in the short term. What I may also do is, if it produces enough, I may put some furnace generators here to supplement the income to this from the passive mechanism. So we'll come back to that as well. Once again, thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, feel free to like it. Feel free to laugh at my inability to find a magical forest, or in fact to actually find a round robin option for thermal dynamics. We'll come back to that. Thanks for watching.